Hello, hello. Welcome to the Mindset with Mary podcast. Today's episode is going to be short, sweet, and simple. I just want to share with you what I learned on my own personal coaching call in the last, it was literally like 10 minutes ago. I got off the call and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to record about this. I've got to share this because this is transformative to me. So, oftentimes, and if you've worked with me or you've been around, I'll say things like we often have these patterns, the things that, like, the way you do one thing is the way you do all things. And a lot of times I find that people that I work with, or even myself, people, in my life, the way we show up in one area is typically how we show up in another, right? So if you tend to show up into relationships and back away from them because you feel scared, you probably do that in other areas of your life. And vice versa. If in one area of your life you have patterns that are helpful, successful, and actually work for you, you probably do that in other areas as well. For example, my weight loss journey and trying to lose the last 5 pounds. It seemed like it was going to be forever. But what I learned is that I was successful in other areas of my life and I implemented those tools into that same situation and was able to get results from that. So the things that you do habitually, the patterns that you have, sometimes you're very unaware of them simply because you're just in it day in, day out, right? And so a coach can really help you pinpoint and see that. So in my coaching session, what came up for me is there's this cute, amazing, wonderful little girl within me, this part of me who believes and felt. She doesn't so much anymore. She feels supported now and feels that she can just relax and be calm. But there's a part of me that believed that she needed to create chaos, that she needed to create a ruckus to get the attention that she wanted. She believed that when, her mom was, upset with her grandma, that she couldn't find a way to get her mom's attention. Like, hello, hey, like, if you're upset because grandma's not giving you attention, why don't you just come here? Because I'm looking for your attention, right? And so instead of having that conversation, because she was never taught, right? And at no fault of anyone's, but she wasn't taught how to do that. And so she created chaos and found that she could get what she wanted by acting out, by teasing her brother, by doing things that she knew she shouldn't be doing. And so she took that pattern and she implemented it into her life and used it to get what she wanted. Unfortunately, as she grew up, it wasn't serving her anymore. Creating chaos was no longer serving her in reaching her goals. And so the work that I did today with my coach was spending some time with that version of me and understanding why and how she felt in those moments. And it really came down to just feeling like she was not loved, like she wasn't enough. Like, why when I'm right here, are you spending time in the drama of your mom not loving you the way you want to be loved when I'm right here, mom? Like, that was what she was thinking, right? And that was a voice that really just never felt heard. And so for the very first time with my coach today, that voice, that inner child got to feel loved, got to feel as if what she wanted to express mattered. She felt loved. She felt seen. I got to sit with her and show her and give her what she needed in that moment so that it no longer had to be her operating system, so that she could feel safe and so that I can feel safe and can trust moving forward that we no longer have to create chaos to get what we want. We can actually just ask. We can simply ask. So one of the things that we also worked on at the end of the coaching call was new strategies for when I'm feeling unseen, for when I feel like I'm trying to get attention. And those new strategies is really just being able to schedule out quality time for my family. To be able to sit down every Sunday and map out what my week looks like. That didn't come out. Map out what my week looks like and also share that with my husband. Here's what my week is going to look like. Here's what I would like to do on Thursday night. I would love to have quality time and dinner with you. And that works so much better than creating chaos, than going into my week with so much chaos, not sharing to my husband what nights of the week that I'm working on my business, not sharing to my husband the things that he needs to know up front. So if he gets off work before I'm done coaching, that he can work on dinner. There's a lot of things that we do that are very habitual because there's parts of us that are operating on a system that worked at some point. And so a really good journaling question and something to look at is, what are the patterns and habits that I'm operating on that are no longer serving me? And how can I sit with those systems and ask what it was doing to serve me, right? This way of being for so long was serving its purpose. And specifically what it was doing was, I was so scared of feeling unloved that I would literally create chaos in my life, which literally reinforced me feeling unloved. So, what are the habits and patterns? What are they trying to protect you from? Are they just reinforcing what you don't want? And what new strategies and mindsets and ways of being can you now use to shift that? Okay, I just wanted to share that with you because I felt like it would be super, like right now it's super potent. I even kind of feel it's raw. Like I feel like my voice is a little shaky. I feel like sharing this and feel so vulnerable, but at the same time, I want you to hear it from this place. I want you to see that the work in this personal development space, it gets to be really empowering. Yes, it's hard. And sitting with that inner child, that little girl, it wasn't easy. But dang, she feels so loved and so seen. And now I get to go throughout my day feeling that way. And I'm so excited. I feel so present and I feel so empowered and ready to move forward in a different way. That's all I have for you today. I hope this session leaves you feeling inspired to take action and look at those patterns and start to shift them so that you can start getting the results that you want versus just keep reinforcing what you don't want. And if you need help and support doing that, I would love to be the person who gets to help you. If you're curious what my coaching package looks like, I offer a free coaching call, which gives you a little snippet of the entire package as a whole. So you can experience it and see if coaching is right for you, but also get to leave there with an action plan, feeling compelled and motivated. So you don't just leave the session going, oh, like, wait, what do I do next? You get to leave the session feeling empowered, knowing what your next steps are to create the success that you want to create. Okay, if that sounds so intriguing to you, if you want to know more, check out the link in the show notes. That is where you can go sign up for the free coaching call. And then there's other free resources there. There's a meditation and a few other things that you can check out. Plus, if you've been interested in the Wake Up Manifestation Journal that you can get on Amazon, the link for that is also there. Kate, I love you with my whole heart and soul. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first episode ever, I highly encourage you to continue tuning in. I encourage you to go back, listen to the other episodes. And if you have been around, I just want to say thank you so much. Thanks for being here to support me. And also, let's celebrate you for showing up for your personal development, showing up for your self-care, and showing up for yourself. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.